Yep, that's right. Jessica and I finally decided it was time to bring in some heavy machinery. It may be hard to tell from this video, but we only had about a month left before the snow started to fly. With the list of projects getting longer and the amount of time to complete them getting shorter, we figured it was a good time to rent the Genie lift so I could get some of these high up projects done. To be completely honest, I'm not really sure what my plan would have been as far as getting on fascia boards, the overhangs on the side and things like that. I'm not sure without the Genie lift how I would have gone about either being on a ladder and reaching back 2 feet or standing on joists, rafters, things like that, and leaning over the edge and trying to hold, a 16-foot 2x10 up and nail it into place. I guess up to this point I just didn't even think about the long game as far as building a house alone. Having the Genie lift and that platform to stand on while working sure was a game changer, though. Something like these something like these fascia boards that would have taken, easily probably a day to do one of them. I was able to complete most of them in probably just a couple of days, so the hardest part was probably just moving the machine around on the sand and the uneven terrain, but definitely was a game changer.
I like to think I'm kinda tough. Sometimes I feel invincible. I feel like I got the bad stuff. I feel like I'm in control. Until you got inside my head with something new. Now I can't sleep in this bed just thinking about how I'd be lost without you. You're gonna take me out, 'cause I can hold my breath under the water. Yeah, I can take the pain, it doesn't bother me. But I wouldn't last a second without your love. No, I couldn't last a second without your love. Lock me outside, leave me in the cold. Abandon me here, feed me to the walls. But I wouldn't last a second without your love. No, I couldn't last a second without your love. Your love. Emotional support. I fight my demons one by one just for the sport. Oh, but I've been slipping lately. You got me going crazy. Now I'm down on my knees outside your door. There's no words. Got me searching for the right adjective for fun. Now I can't sleep in this bed just thinking about her. I'll be lost without. There's no doubt it's gonna bring me down. 'Cause I can hold my breath under the water. Yeah, I can take the pain, it doesn't bother me. But I wouldn't last a second without your love. No, I couldn't last a second without your love. Lock me outside, leave me in the cold. Abandon me.
So it is mid-September. We've been working pretty hard trying to get things closed in. The heat's back. It's like 40 degrees today. Mega humidity. I love summer, but I'm looking forward to some fall weather. My plans have kind of changed a little bit as far as how I'm going to close in the house. I was hoping just to put some ice and water shield on the roof and give it like that would keep it. In my thoughts were that would keep it dry for the winter in case I didn't get the steel on. But I was in just talking to the local hardware guy here, and he says that putting the ice and water shield that I wanted to use underneath the steel in the summer, the heat that's created from the steel, that airspace there, is going to do bad things to that ice and water. It's going to make it ooze, and like tar and all that's going to come dripping out of it. So, there's some other solutions, but I don't have the same confidence in them as far as waterproofing goes. So, kind of stepping up our timeline here. I'm going to get the roof on. I'm going to put on, I forget what they call it. It's not roofing felt. It's not just tar paper. It's a more advanced product. It's just more or less for condensation that needs to be on there. But then we're actually going to strap it and get the steel on. I'm going to go order the steel Monday or Tuesday of next week. I think it takes 2 weeks to come in. So the steel needs to go on. I was just hoping to be able to put it off for you know, until next year when I have some more time to get things closed in. But it is such a big part of the house, and once it's done for good. So we're going to step up and do that. As far as what I'm working on right now, you just saw I put on the overhang on this side. I'm trying to do everything I need to do on one side of the house while the machine's here, because you can see what the lift does, trying to move it around corners and stuff like that, and it's all on a slope, so the tilt sensors go off. So I'm trying to finish everything before I move it. On the back here, I didn't have a camera going because there was just nowhere to set it way up there, but I'll bring you along on the other half. On this side here, I have the rafters on. I have them trimmed to the proper angle and proper length. I put the fascia board on, and I actually sheeted this whole half of the house with the Advantex OSB. It's like a waterproof sheeting. So now that I've got this overhang on, I'm going to put the house wrap on it, the tie par, before I move the machine. Once the tie par is on, I could hold off and do that a little bit later, but there's some Douglas fir rafters there that go from that ridge beam down to these exterior purlins here. So they're gonna stand off the wall about an inch, 3/4 of an inch for when the strapping goes on in the siding. But just to make things easier, I'm gonna actually put the house wrap on the whole way up while the machine's here. And then I can move the machine around the side of the house. Hopefully later on this afternoon I can do that. And once I move the machine around the side of the house, then I can trim these rafters here, or trusses, whatever you want to call them. I can trim these up, put my fascia board on, and get the sheeting on this half of the roof. Once the sheeting's on there, I can take some measurements and go in and order my steel. But I have to cut out this window, so I'm going to go do that first, and then I'm going to snap a couple of chalk lines and start putting on my house wrap. I think it's the easiest way. It's not really how I wanted to spend my day, but I mean, it's got to go on eventually anyway, so instead of moving the machines over and over again, I'm just going to get it done right now.
Wash me in the water, cleanse me in the mercy of your love. I need a heavenly touch, 'cause I'll be backsliding. I need a little guiding for my soul. Only heaven knows, 'cause I just need a helping hand. It's gonna help me stand. It's gonna help me stand. 'Cause I just need a helping hand. It's gonna help me stand. It's gonna help me stand. Every now and then I get a feeling in my bones that I'm just wandering on my own. So I hit my knees and I'm crying out